So in this lecture, we will look at the structure of a C++ program in detail. The contents of the lecture are, first of all, we will discuss the program structure in detail. Then we will discuss the header files, how header files work before program compilation, and what are the different types of header files, and what are the frequently used header files. So let's move ahead. Now, this is the basic program structure as we already understood in the previous lecture. And this is the sample program we executed in the previous lecture. In this program, iostream.h is the header file that handles the procedure of inputs and outputs in a program. And it is essential if we want to use cin or cout statement in the program. As we know that cin is used to enter data and cout is used to print data. As you can see that we have used the cout statement in the program, which is used to print the words hello world on the output screen. And if we write any words inside that, then those words will be printed on the screen. And now this is the main function. Main function is a function that contains all program instructions given by the user. Every program has only one main function, so there is no program which has more than one main function. Int main shows that the main function returns an integer number in the end. So, as soon as we return an integer which is 0 here in the program using the statement return 0, main function ends, and at the same time program ends too. In this hello world program, we are returning the integer 0. But the question is, can return 0 be changed? The answer is yes, it can be changed, as we can return any integer. Like we can return 1, or we can return 2 here, or we can return 10, or we can return any integer. We can write any integer over here. All the statements in the main function are basically the program statements, starting from the top till the bottom. That means cout hello world will be executed first, then system pause, and in the end return 0 will be executed and the program will come to an end. So this is a summary of the basic program structure. Now let's look at the header files in detail. Preprocessor give instructions to the compiler to do something before starting compilation. Or you can say before starting translation of program. Or you can say that preprocessor give instructions to the compiler to process some information before the start of compilation. These instructions given by the preprocessor to compiler start with the letter hash. Wait a minute. Do you remember where did we use the letter hash? Yes, you are right. We used it in the hello world program. This header file, hash include iostream.h, tells the preprocessor to include a piece of C++ code in the main program so that we can use the input-output statements like cin and cout. So this pre-written code is basically fetched from the C++ library. As we studied in the previous lecture, that C++ library contains different pieces of code that are frequently used and can be reused in the programs using their related header files. For example, square root, log, etc. So if we want to calculate square root or log of number, we will include the header file math.h in the program, and then we can use these to call the functions. This pre-written code is included before the program compilation. Now let's look at the procedure through which code from the header file is included in the main C++ program. So, this is our hello world program in blue color, and this is the piece of code written in the header file iostream.h. The statement hash include iostream.h in the hello world program basically tells the preprocessor to include the piece of C++ code written in the header file. In the main program, as this piece of code supports statements such as cin and cout. We had to use this statement in the Hello World program, so we included the header file iostream.h. So, they both are provided to the preprocessor, and the preprocessor joined the Hello World program and the C++ code written in the header file to create one large program. Now we can see that blue program is Hello World program, and the green box shows the piece of code written in header file iostream.h and is included in the Hello World program by which thing? Yes, by the preprocessor. So once done, program is then forwarded for compilation, or you can say that translation. I hope you remember the other word for compilation is translation. So let's revise again, as this is an important concept to understand. Now we see how header file tells the preprocessor to include a part of pre-written code in the C++ program before compilation. Now let's look at some of the frequently used header files. I would recommend you to search each header file separately and get to know the functions we can use with each header file. They will be extremely helpful for us in refining our programming abilities. So now, first of all, we look at how a header file is included. So we see in the Hello World program, we included the header file iostream.h. So how do we include it? First of all, we write the letter hash, then we write the keyword include, and then inside brackets, we write the header file name. Alright, so this is the basic syntax. And some of the examples are hash include iostream.h, hash include math.h. So we included these header files using this include word. So now we look at some of the header files and what they are doing. iostream.h basically handles all input and output streams. fstream.h handles file handling functions. iomanip.h handles all input-output manipulations. string.h handles all functions related to strings. Math.h includes all mathematical functions. So if you want to find any mathematical function, then that will be included in this header file. Graphics.h includes all graphics related functions. Time.h includes functions that work with date and time. ctype.h includes all characters related functions. Floats.h functions related to floating point numbers. stdlib.h includes all standard library functions. And conio.h includes all functions related to console input and output. So there are basically two types of header file. The first type is system header file. System header files are the header files provided with C++ language. They are ready to use whenever we need them. Examples are math.h header file that supports functions like log, square root, etc. iostream.h that supports statements like cin and cout. The other type of header files is user header files. User header files are created by the user and can contain any type of code based on user's needs. And once created, he can reuse those header files in other programs as well. If you like the videos, you can take the complete C++ course on udemy.com. Link is given in the video description. And if you want discounted coupons for the course, type the word discount in the comment section. The contents of the course are shown here. The course is designed for absolute beginners and it takes you to advanced level using practical activities. Thank you.